just keep going. You know, like there's so many things that are, there's so many obstacles that are going to be in your way. That's just the reality of it. You're going to hear no's. You're going to hear people that discourage you. Mm-hmm. So there's sort of two things, right? So like the people that are going to discourage you, and sometimes it's your family. Mm-hmm. It's people that deem themselves as realists, mm-hmm. right? Especially for like, I mean, this is a difficult industry. It is. And it does seem very unrealistic. You know, but it's not, right? Like not everybody needs to be Scarlett Johansson. There are plenty of people. And once you start noticing them, you're going to start seeing them all around, right? Like in Toronto, especially, like you'll see the same actors in this role and this role and this role, and they're making a very healthy living doing what it is that they do. And they're not big, huge stars. Mm-hmm. And their lives are fairly normal in their own community. Yeah. And that's what stars are like. Like David Chappelle said that. He's like, where I'm from in Ohio, I'm no big deal. He's like, everybody just knows who, like, I'm just Dave, right? It's not like you have to be a big deal. So you just got to keep going. Like people are going to tell you stuff, and it's not because they don't believe in you. Mm-hmm. It's because they don't believe that they can't even see that that's a possibility. And that's their own issue. Yeah. So if you buy into that, then you're buying into their issue. And that could be for anything, right? There's people that think, you know, you can't buy a house in Toronto. And it's like, well, I guess you're never going to buy a house in Toronto then. But I'm going to keep going. I'm going to put away the money. I'm going to look at the houses. I'm going to set my intentions. And then eventually, we'll just see who's going to get the house and who isn't, right? We'll see where we are in a few years.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, because you're saying it's the whole mindset thing, right? You're limited by your stories and your beliefs. So what you speak and think your life into existence. So if somebody's telling you something, then they're limited by their own beliefs and stories, and that's nothing to do with you. So right. I love how you're saying that, because it's funny because when you start out in acting classes, you get that from your teachers, like, oh yeah, only 1% of people actually make it in this industry. It's like your definition of make it should only be defined on what you consider success for yourself.
Right.
Yeah, because so many people think that make it is being an A-list actor like Chris Evans. That's not necessarily what making it means to you. Define for yourself what success means to you and what making it means to you.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people don't even think that way. They're just like, I just want to act. You're like, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to be in a sitcom? You want to be in a series? You want to be on film? You want to be like, you want to move out to LA one day, or do you want to stay in Toronto? And that all takes time, right? Like that's working with coaches, and then getting super specific about what it is that you want, right? At least right now, or in like the next 3 years, getting super specific about that. And then once you hit that goal, because you're going to hit it, then you can change. And then 3 years from now, who knows what your life is going to be like? You might be like, actually, yeah, now I do want to move out to LA or whatever it is, or New York or
even 1 month from now. Like it just takes one thing to change your life, right? It'll take, like who was it? Jason Bateman said it took one role, right, for him to take off. And same thing with Oz, who was just in The Wilds. It took one role for a breakout for her, right? So again, this is what that means to you, because your life could change in an instant.